All right, so we're doing the instance for Sage's Focus. Let's see. It says we're synced to 395, but I've got the left side equipped from the quest, weapons from Rogger's Reach, and right side from Rogger's Reach as well, except for the pre-order earrings. We've got Lala basically saying she's going to do paladin things. Got the abilities, Dosis, DPS. Physis 2 is just a regen. Cardia is basically your fairy equivalent for Sage. I'll put that on her now, especially since she's asking. Given that she's not in my party, I'm also going to focus target her. I have that set to Shift F, but it's unbound by default, I think. We're also going to change my hotbars really quick so that you can actually see my party list. There we go. More abilities. For Eucrasia is just the thing that makes everything work. My 5 just cancels Eucrasia. She wants to have a shield, so she will get a shield. 6 is Asuna, healer roll. 7, Drill Coley OGCD heal for 600 potency, and also restores 700 MP when you use it. So actually, one of the keys to using, or one of the keys to MP economy on Sage is making sure that you're using your sort of adders, gall, spenders. The dot on that. 8 is Caracol. It's just a mitigation to start with, but it later becomes a regen as well. She'll be fine with that. 0 is your general AoE, Dyscrasia. Toxicon is your spender for your Adder Sting, your pinks. Icarus is just a dash, which is quite fun. Diagnosis, single target cure. You generally don't really ever want to use that unless you're co-healing with a scholar. Prognosis, kind of same dealio here. We're just going to AoE these down. I've also put up Caracol, and she did actually pick up an effect from that, which is good. At this level, we have access to Haima, which is a 5-fold shield, set of small shields. So it's not good for huge spike damage, but it is good for lots of little hits of damage. Pepsis is, that I skipped earlier, is sort of a, oh no, I mistimed my shield button, kind of. It's also relatively potent when you use that if you need heals. So first thing I would do if I needed heals would be Eucrasian Prognosis or Diagnosis, just to kind of get the shield across, because you get more potency out of a shield than you do just out of a spear. You see Diagnosis is 400, Prognosis is 300 for party-wide. If I go to Eucrasia, this is now a, let's see, 700 potency cast. This is now a similarly large cast, so it's something you definitely want to do. But then the thing you can do is if you really need the HP, you can use Pepsis to kind of immediately burn the shield. So you can convert all of that into true HP instead of HP and mitigation. Because for better or worse, shields won't help a Dark Knight survive, whatchamacallit, their invuln. I have Cardia on 2 different buttons here, Cardia here, and then I also have a macro that puts it on my target's target. And the objective of that is basically I want to be able to reassign Cardia to a tank if I'm swapping Cardia during a fight. So if I just target the main baddie, or the main enemy, and then hit that, it will put Cardia back to the main tank. And that's macro is just this, AC Cardia bracket TT bracket. More buttons that we have. Taro Kole. This is on a 45-second cooldown, but still uses the Does it use a spender? Yeah, it does use an Adder's Gall spend. It gives you a similar cure to Druocole. It's still single target, but it also provides a mitt, so it can be a good option if you're going between in between tank busters. You need to top a tank off before a buster. I use it sometimes for the heal, sometimes for the mitt. Let's get through this cutscene. I know, let it play out. Hear from the little loaf. I was not expecting this fight to come up this quickly, so I might have to go through the rest of the abilities really quick. See, first we'll make sure that she still has Cardia. She does. Okay, Ixo is an OGCD party-wide heal. Phlegma is your big boom. Oh, we've got this guy. Let's see, Swiftcast, you know, Ejiro is a raise. Zoe is just good for making a big heal if you need it. I generally use it with Numa, but in like an ultimate, you could also use it with a Eucrasian Prognosis at the end of phase 2 to give additional mitt. Soteria, very underrated. Basically makes your sort of auto attack heal 70% better for 4 ticks. Really good, actually. Rizomata we don't have yet. The rest of this is as you expect. So let's go do the fight. And we're just going to start with the standard Sage opener, which is Dosis, Eucrasian Dosis to get the dot running, 2 more Doses, and then spend your Phlegma, and then you're just kind of in the rotation from there. One, and 2. Nothing really going on right now. She's taking a feral chunk of damage, but it's not horrible. We'll give her a Hyma now. The upside with Hyma and with Pinehammer later is any shields that aren't used will be converted into a cure for 50% potency. Probably going to regret not doing something for that, but we'll see. Yeah, so Hyma, 2-minute cooldown, so you don't necessarily want to just burn it willy-nilly. But I get the feeling this fight's going to last for a fair bit, and I also am more concerned about punches from him than anybody else, I think. Always keep your dot up if you can. There's nothing to do right now, so we'll give her a shield. Again, get your dot up. There's only 2 targets, so you can continue to do that. She's focusing on Mahood right now, so we'll focus with her. Keeping in mind, we aren't using any of our Adder's Gall stacks yet. So that means we have Druocole, which doesn't have a cooldown, and Taurocole. That's a spicy meatball. We'll do the raid wide there. We'll also do a Physis. That should be enough to get us back into the health. Again, keep your dot up. I'm going to just tap Druoa on myself there. If you have an enemy targeted, Druocole will go onto yourself. So it won't try to like do something silly like heal the enemy. Just use 1 more on her, just to bring her up. And now we're just doing the thing. Burning down Leifa. But keep in mind, you can totally slide cast on Sage. It's pretty easy. 1.5 second DPS cast. Your dot is an insta-cast. We're just going to kill him. And you can also use Toxicon for movement if you need to. Again, the Adder Sting design is kind of unintuitive. So it's not actually a DPS gain to keep charging your Adder Sting during combat, but if you have downtime, farm out a couple of shields, and you can farm it back that way.